Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and here they cherish games that are played at night. But a Saturday afternoon in Tiger Stadium is pretty special as well. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Just keep slinging it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll throw it with the catch. It's Reese. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On on 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Looking for a man. It's Leach. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds some fresh air. Got a first down. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Leach. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Leach. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Try to get it to the edge. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Fights off a defender. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He wants to change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
To the air on first down. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Floating away. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And the Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Makes the grab. It's French. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Wants to throw. It's Leach. He'll take the deep shot. Got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And he will score! Touchdown, Seminoles!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to pass. It's Leach. It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grabbed over the middle. It's French. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Florida State.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Back to pass, it's Leach. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll go to the toss. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Pulls it in. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Runs for the tackle. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This crowd knows when to bring it. To the air, it's Leach. Rushes on him. It's complete. Touchdown, Noles. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll send the back in motion. He'll set up to throw. A lot of defenders around on that screen. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it.
And that's a sneaky big two-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice right there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Lets it fly. Got his man on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. Turning it on. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the ground. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
Florida State, 18.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Number 21.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 45. Quarterback gets enough. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for it all. Complete in the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2nd and goal for the offense. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. East Carolina opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking downfield, it's Leach. Unloads it left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Throws for the tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Firing toward the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
This time he's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw, it's Leach. Here comes the heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, if this situation in the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Smashes ahead. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Leach. Buying some time as he moves left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
LSU.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. On first down, the quarterback sneak. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.